What's up everyone, 𝗧𝗶𝗿𝗀 here with another video for you guys. Today I'll be doing another video for fire tanking where I'll be demonstrating and explaining what has changed with fire tanking after game update 103. As we all know, fire got a major buff after game update 103. I will be explaining and demonstrating all the major aspects of fire tanking. I will also leave timestamps in the description box and also some tips on fire tanking. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. So let's get on with the video, I guess. First of all, I'll be demonstrating the fire soul mechanic aspect of it. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is what has changed with game update 103. Gain 35% defense while not blocking as you directly damage burning enemies. This bonus increases up to a maximum of 60% defense while not blocking. So with the fire soul mechanic, before game update 103, it was 30% defense while not blocking, and you get a maximum of 50% defense. The bonus. So that's pretty good in a kind of way, and also from a other 5% increase from 30 to 35 is pretty good. From 50 to 60 max defense is, a 10% bonus increase. That's pretty good also. You could require less hit combos to get the fire soul, to keep that fire soul mechanic active. As you seen in my previous video, it took about 20 to 30 20 hits and more to keep that fire soul mechanic active. Now I think it just take about 5 hits, a max of 5 hits to max out the defense at 60%. I will demonstrate. I will be demonstrating that in a few minutes. I also want to shed a little light on what happened with the power cost ability. Before, fire was very heavy on power consumption, so abilities cost 30% less power now. What that means is, for example, let me show you real quick. Traits loadouts. Alright. So immolation power cost 200. It's actually 30% of 200. 30% of the 200, 30% of the 300, costing less. So if you hit immolation, you can see it take a little bit of power. Before it just take a lot of power. Stoke flames, not much power being used for the fire moves. You see, not really much power is being used. She'll take a big hit because that's an iconic move. But anyways, moving on to the fire soul mechanic, I will really demonstrate how to use that real quick. So to activate the fire soul mechanic, you have to apply burning, and only after you apply burning, you have to damage enemies to get the defense to max out. To get the defense to max out, 60% defense. So for example, okay, to activate the fire soul mechanic, I'm gonna hit engulf real quick. This one. Defense, okay. $73K, 75K, 78K, 82k. Alright. So it takes about 5 to 6 hits to max it out to 82k. You get that maximum of 60% defense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see, it's 5. Okay, 5 hits to max it out at 82.9k defense. Okay, so it takes about 5 hits to max to gain that 60% defense to max it out while not blocking. So in other words, you have to activate burning on the enemy to activate the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀, and you have to do combos, weapon combos or power combos, doesn't matter, and you get that maximum defense, 60%. You can't block. For example, if I hit it and I block, I'm gonna lose all my defense. It's gonna drop pretty fast. You gotta keep on attacking. So I would recommend using Immolation, Stoke Flames, and Engulf in your loadout, because those 3 moves activate burning. Will activate the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀, because they apply burning to the enemies. For example, if you do not apply burning, for example, you hit backdraft, and then you hit weapon attacks, hit a backdraft again, weapon attacks, you get 18 hits combo right there. And if you check your stats, see the defense remains the same, because you have to apply burning to activate that 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀. If you don't, it's not gonna work. You have to use one of the moves I mentioned before, Immolation, Stoke Flames, or Engulf to activate the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀. I would recommend using Engulf because you could spam it, and it's also a pull, and you can mix it with your weapon attacks and your shields, healing over time, the immunities, or whatever you use, and you're gonna keep your defense up. So that's very beneficial to fire. You know, before in the past you couldn't do it. You have to use like absorb heat, you know, just to keep that combo. It's really hard. Well, it's really hard to keep that combo up just to get that defense. So if I got a little buff there with the defense, you know, pretty good. Now I'll be moving on to what has changed with Immolation. A lot of people have been asking me, you know, how the fire Immolation Shield has gotten nerfed. It's not really a nerf, it's actually a buff. But I'll explain how the shield works. Let me go to the shield real quick. Trades, loadouts, fire. Okay, Immolation Shield. Where's that? Immolation Shield. Okay. Engulf yourselves in flames, protecting you from them. Okay. Time. Okay. Greatly increases shield value. However, shield absorbs 35% damage taken. A lot of people doesn't understand what that means. I'm gonna demonstrate in 1 second what that really means. Okay. Let me just go to a bounty real quick and show you guys what this actually means. Alright guys, so Immolation is actually pretty stronger than how it was. They actually buffed the shield. It was pretty weak before, but there's a difference. They made a slight adjustment. Instead of absorbing 100%, it only absorbs like 35% damage, meaning that you could still actually take damage while you have the shield. The shield doesn't really break like that. You see how I'm still taking damage, and it's like cushioning some of the damage. So it's, you know, preventing some of the damage, but you're still taking some damage. If you use 𝗧𝗶𝗿𝗀 shield, however, you see you take no damage. I'm so doing so much. Okay. Let me switch up this loadout a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I'm taking some damage, but the shield is not breaking, you see? So you actually can basically heal yourself, although you take the damage. Immolation Shield, however, on the other hand, it prevents all damage until it's broken. Then hit the Immolation Shield. Yeah, Immolation Shield is taking some damage. Why is this game doing this to me? Alright. Now I can zoom out finally. Yeah. So as you see, you have gray numbers and you got some red numbers. Immolation, gray numbers here, and some red numbers. See, it's not 100% absorption like how it used to be, but it's still pretty good, you know. You're not taking out full damage before. If it breaks, you just take all the damage, because the shield was pretty weak. But the shield is actually pretty strong now. It takes a good hit before it breaks, but you just take a lot of damage still, you know. This boss is just being annoying, constantly teleporting me. I gotta try a different boss to show you guys. This boss is alright. So much ticks he's doing. This is not that lot of damage over time. Dots. So you can get red numbers and green numbers. So it works. So fire immolation is similar to if you ever been water before. Water tempest scarred. It shields you, prevents some of the damage, but you still take some damage. You know. That's the only tank powers like that. The base shields like that at the moment, I believe, this update. Yeah, a lot of people didn't understand what was meant by that. They was asking me a lot of questions. So I'm just, here to demonstrate. See, taking red numbers and some of the green. I'm cushioning some of the damage, 35% of the damage. Hit the 𝗧𝗶𝗿𝗀 shield now, I take, no damage whatsoever. The green numbers, yeah, you see, until it breaks, I'm going to start taking damage. Sure, as soon as it breaks, start take damage, Immolation. Yes. So that's what they changed with the game update 103 in terms of Immolation. It's a little pretty stronger. You still take some damage, but it's better than having no shield at all, than you just hit it and it immediately break. After this testing, I'll be demonstrating how to use that new artifact, 𝗧𝗶𝗿𝗀 prototype, how to spec, and what's the benefit of using it. Alright. Alright guys, now I'm gonna demonstrate how to spec and how to use the 𝗧𝗶𝗿𝗀 prototype. First of all, rate, main start points. Your focus hybrid, you get that extra 5% dominance and restoration. Max out your critical healing chance. Max out your critical healing magnitude. You want to max out health, so dump all the skill points you can into health. And this is optional. You could either dump the rest in restoration or dominance. It depends on what artifact you're using. If you're using the mystic symbol of the 7 or the dustil, if you're using the mystic, you want to use dump it in restoration. If you're in the dustil, you want to dump it in dominance. Alright, so you want to get these stats here. Start points. Okay. Flight. Okay, movement, supersonic course. For my movement type, exchange resistant, stun resistant, get us extra 10% stun resistant and 10% keys and root resistant. You also want to get your movement supercharged. In my case, it's dust off. Conic powers. Okay, Amazon reflection. Is it also how to achieve framework. That's about it. Let's see if you want to switch it over. Okay. Weapons, use it 100 of course. So you get 1 skill point in the weapon tree. You get the other combos if you want, but it's up to you. You know, I like to save my skill points to just get the stat bonuses. It's your style of play. If you like to use your weapons a lot, you know, it's up to you. Alright. You go to the artifact. Actually, let me see how much health. Okay, this is my stats right now. This is the health. 244k health. The restoration is 22,640. That one is 24k. Okay. Alright, so you got an idea of the stats right now. So the artifact right now, I have it at rank 137. So I'm not gonna get the maximum benefits at 75 to 51% health yet, because I gotta max it out to 200. To get those extra 4% or whatever. So at rank 127, this is what benefits I'm gonna get at the moment. 50 to 31% drop in health, 50 to 31% health. I'm gonna get 6% of max health converted to defense. At 30% or lower, it's gonna gain 9% of max health converted to defense. I'm gonna show you guys that right now. I'm gonna test it and show you guys. So my current overall health is 24. My defense 71. 71k. I'm getting a little buff here, but that's because I'm in this content right now. I'm getting a little buff, but it's okay. I'm gonna test it and show you guys how. Pull some odds real quick on my health drop. That's the way to come and kill odds. Stop healing. Drop down. So the defense is 71k. So you're gonna see watch is gonna increase soon. Okay. It jumped to 92k there. I wasn't able to test it because this hero came and killed the odds. Let me see. I want to get it to drop 30% to low. He's gonna come again. Yep. Move away from him. Go something. Okay, right here. Here should be fine. I hope. Okay. This is gonna go to 90k soon. It's gonna go up 37% soon. Let me see how much I'm gonna get. Okay, 102k. That's below 30%. So that's pretty a lot of defense. You know, a lot of defense right there. Alright, that's why you know more that based on how much health you have. So the health. Okay, let me go to a safe spot real quick. Alright. So I gained 6% of max health converted to defense when it was 50 to 31%. You know, my health dropped from 50 to 31% health. When it was 30% or lower, I gained 9% of max health converted to defense. So if I was able to max out my artifact, I would gain that 9% that I'm gaining. That 9% I gain at 50 to 31%. You know, I would gain a 9% there. And then I would gain 30% or lower, 12% bonus converted to health. Max health converted to defense, I mean. So that's a pretty good artifact, I would say, you know. Like if you actually step up on bosses or whatever and you know you take a big hit, you know, you're gonna have a lot of defense. You won't get one-shotted. Also, that's gonna play really good. This artifact is gonna play really good with the mystic symbols of the 7 and the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 mechanic. I will demonstrate that in a few minutes also, how to spec and, you know, using a 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 mechanic and the mystic symbol of the 7. That's a lot of the defense you're gonna get, you know, actually using those artifacts and, you know, implementing the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 mechanic. That's gonna moving on to that next. Alright guys, now I'm gonna be testing use of the Mystic, the Everyman prototype, and the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 mechanic, just to show you guys how much defense I can maximize. Alright, this is my base. I spec into health and I spec into rest, so this is my base. Health 24, 243k, and restoration is 22k, 614. Okay. Alright, first of all, I'm gonna let my health drop, so the Everyman prototype could proc. So my health go down. As soon as it goes down, defense goes up. I'm going to put on the mystic symbols of the 7. Okay, it's 91 here. As soon as I hit 100, I'm going to put on our mystic. That shield real quick. Put on the Mystic. Activate fire soul. $97, $99. So the health drop actually health went back up because of the mistake. Okay. Okay, it's 90k defense with the mistake. Okay, you got an idea, you know, it's gonna fluctuate from 90 to 70k. Blizzards die pretty fast. I wasn't even tested there. Too good. Let me see. So that's just with the Mystic there, you know. The defense is fluctuating from 73 to 75. Depending on how much odds I have, the more odds I have, you know, the more my defense is gonna go up, but I'm heating back also the Mystic. So here I'm able to maximize my defense with the Mystic and the Fire Soul Mechanic to 88. Okay, pretty good. The Fire Soul Mechanic and the Mystic symbol of the 7. Activate the Fire Soul more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I was able to get 84. Okay, 84. Yeah, about 84k. 84k defense with the Mystic and so it works hand in hand, you know. Working the Mystic with your Fire Soul Mechanic, it's pretty good defense. Also, if your health gets low, you know, the Everyman prototype is gonna kick in, even, you know, help with the defense. So yeah, guys, that's me testing the Mystic Everyman prototype and the Fire Soul Mechanic. Alright, move on to the next. Alright guys, here I'm going to be demonstrating the 4-man shield upon ice, tanking with fire. Since the update, you know, a lot of stuff has changed concerning the fire 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 and the use of Immolation Shield. So I'm going to demonstrate now how to spec what artifacts to use and how to actually, you know, do the rotation when using this 𝗏𝗺𝗻 ice tank 4-shield rotation loadout. First of all, you're gonna spec start points. Okay, focus hybrid. You want to get, you know, the 10%, I mean the 5% dominance restoration, max or critical healing chance, max and critical healing magnitude. Gonna max out dominance, drop the rest in restoration. If you're using the everyman prototype, you will do a little different. You would actually traits. Start points. Okay. If you're using every man prototype, you would actually do a little different. Instead of getting dominance maxed out, you would get health maxed out. You know, it depends on the artifact you're using, but I'm gonna be using these artifacts here. The Gemini, the manacles, and the 𝗧𝗶𝗿𝗀. Since I'm going to be in the bosses, actually I'm going to be doing ads because it's bosses and some ads. I'll use the Mystic. If you're doing like your solo tanking and you're in bosses and ads, I would prefer use the Mystic. If you're doing a boss alone, just use the, you know, just use the 𝗧𝗶𝗿𝗀. Or you could use every man prototype, but you have a spec differently. Instead of maximum dominance, you maximize health. Alright, so also you don't want to use mesmerizing lasso. As you see my other loadout I used to use in the previous video, I was using mesmerizing lasso. It's also a good taunt, but it's a good nice pull and a taunt, but it doesn't apply burning to the enemies. You want to actually apply burning to the fireball, apply burning to the enemies, so you could activate that fire 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 mechanic. So let me demonstrate real quick. I'm gonna put the fire 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 mechanic on real quick. See, I'm taking some damage, but you can see by using Immolation, you also want to have some kind of healing being done, because, you know, so you would hit backdraft just to heal yourself. Gemini here real quick. So that's me demonstrating the 𝗏𝗻𝗻 ice tank over there. So taking some damage, cushioning some, you know. So I need to heal myself back. So you need some kind of healing move, you know, while using the 𝗏𝗻𝗻 ice tank over, because immolation, the way they change it, you know, so it's not 100% shielding you for all the damage like before, what it was before. So you want to keep the fire so active here, and you want to use some kind of healing move because immolation is not going to heal you 100%. Not going to protect you 100%. Alright guys, I drop it as it's hot. As you guys know, the video is about to conclude. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys had any questions, you know, feel free to ask in the comment section. What do you guys think, you know, about the game update 103? It was beneficial to you guys. For all those who asked for the video, I'm glad I was able to, you know, put this video out there for you guys. Hope it helped you guys. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out. Laters.